Hello everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Malizu Joy Adako. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day and also an amazing day. If you are new, guys, do not forget to click on that subscribe button. Yes, do well to click on that subscribe button. Don't forget that, it's very essential. To my returning subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. I'm always grateful, and I'm really grateful because coming back to watch my video, it means a lot to me, and it's also encouraging me to do better. Right, on today's video we're going to be talking about how to avoid negative thoughts, and I have a guest that is going to explore and give us good details about that. But before I'm going to introduce my guest, guys, we are still on the road to 100. Always do well to click on the subscribe button. My guest is a broadcast journalist, is also a media consultant, and also is the head of programs at Wazobia 95.1 FM Lagos, Mr. Uche Victor Waniri. How are you doing today, and
I'm
welcome?
very fine, thank you, Adak. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You're looking good.
Thank you. By this way, you're also looking handsome.
Thank you.
Like your name. Oh, and I also forgot to add AKA Stretch.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Do
called.
you understand? I forgot to add that. Pardon me. AKA Stretch, because I just looked at his face cap and I recall and I remembered
that my name is Stretch. How are you?
I'm good.
All right, you have questions for me. I'm facing a panel this afternoon.
It's not a panel. It's not a panel.
So let's
just feel at ease, feel comfortable, and
I won't be tense.
Be yourself. Of course, you don't have to be tense.
All right then.
I got you.
Okay. I know you got me.
So guys, as I stated earlier, we're going to be talking about how to avoid negative thoughts. Right? We all know that whenever we talk about or whenever we think about negative thoughts, it's something that can lead to one mental health. It's bad omen, right? Now I'm going to come to you, Mr. Stretch.
Yes, please.
Or can I say AKA Stretch?
Just go ahead, just call Stretch.
Stretch. I'm going to come to you, Stretch.
Okay.
What do you understand by negative thoughts?
Negative thoughts are anything that is not positive. As long as it could be negative thoughts about something, about someone, about a situation that happened. As long as it is not something positive that is edifying, that can put a smile on your face, it's not positive. It is negative. And negative thoughts are many.
Okay.
Yeah, there are numerous negative thoughts. It could be about someone that doesn't even know you're thinking negative about them. It could be about someone that did something. It could be about somebody that you heard they did something. So negative thoughts are good. As long as it doesn't put a smile on your face or make you happy, it is negative.
So I'm going to come again.
Okay.
Now, if one is to say how can one lead to negative thoughts?
Okay, so like I said, when I was defining, it could be like something happened to you. You could have heard, some even do it to a tribe, an entire tribe. Somebody might have had, maybe his father had an experience with maybe Hausa people or Igbo people or Yoruba people. And that was what the father passed down. And anytime they hear anybody from that part of the world, they just start thinking negative about what they've heard. Yeah? It forms from a mindset. So negative thoughts are your thoughts. Do you understand? Negative thoughts are your thoughts. It could be based on what you have heard, what you have experienced, or what you expect. But they are your thoughts. I can be having negative thoughts about you and you will not know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but the bad thing about negative thoughts is that the first person you are sure it will affect is you, the thinker. The very first person before, because if I have a negative thought about you, it won't scratch your skin. It's just a thought. But I'm the one that my heart is beating. I'm the one that is upset. You don't even know. So negative thoughts hurts the place it is from first. Then if you hear that I have negative thoughts about you, you might start feeling worried that what did I do? But before that stage, I'm already worrying myself. So it is harmful for the thinker first before it gets to the thinky or the person is being thought about. So that's what bring it. So like I also said, it could be brought about by what you have heard. Your father might have told you something. Maybe you had a relationship and that person did wrong to you and you think the person has gone scot-free. Anytime you hear about that person, you're not thinking good about that person. Yeah, so it could sprout from different angles, but like I said, it negatively affects the thinker first before it affects anybody else.
I'm actually learning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so also, what are the implications of negative thought? Like whenever one think about it, what are the implications? What can it lead to?
Yeah, okay, it's like a negative thought, like I've defined it now.
Yeah.
A thought is yours.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't say let us think about something. Even if I say let us think about something, I will think and you will think. So a negative thought about someone or about a situation is like you drinking poison and wanting somebody to die. You get?
Yeah.
You are hurting yourself and you say, I wish this guy would just fall and die. And the person is flying a plane going to London. I wish this person would just die. He just bought a new car. I wish this person would die. She just won a beauty pageant. So your thoughts are not touching that person. So to avoid you having negative effects of negative thought, it's better for you not to have them. It's like now I see you, I want this girl to die of poison. I take poison, I drink. Who will die? Me. So the effects of and it also affects your mental health. You see the person, it takes more muscles on your face to frown than to smile. Yeah. So
Would you call that a bitter person?
no, if you are frowning every time you see someone, you are using more muscles. You are killing yourself. So when you see that person, because of your negative thought, it manifests in the way your face is, the way your heart is beating, the way you are really upset. So it's easier for you to be happy.
Okay.
So when you do negative thoughts, you will old fast.
You look older than
You
your
will
age.
shrink. You will be old, and that thing you are doing is not affecting that person unless that person. You know, some people don't care.
Yeah, they
Some
don't
people
like. Yeah,
they don't care. Whatever you like, you do. They don't give half.
they don't even care if you're existing
They
or
don't
not.
even know. Some of them, I might be here now thinking bad about maybe a governor in Nigeria. He might never see me. So the negative thought will affect me. So it also affects people's mental health. When you are thinking about something negative, you're thinking about what is the bad thing I can do. How will this you know, when you see someone that you want to fall down, flying, you will want to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you are thinking about it, you're having sleepless nights. You're spending money, you're spending time, your blood pressure is high, but the person you're thinking of is thriving.
Yeah.
So I think the first stage is for us to cancel those thoughts. Try your best to cancel those thoughts. Try your best to let go. It mostly starts with people that do not know how to let go of situations. When something happens to you, you let go. You let go of it. Do what you can, but let go.
At least for the peace of your mind or peace
Yes, you
of
see, if you
mind.
love yourself,
Yes.
learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all.
Yes.
So
Self-love.
if you love yourself, you know that if I have these thoughts about this person, I am not harming that person but myself. So why would you want to harm yourself because somebody harmed you? It doesn't make sense.
You really, really had the point right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
How would you want to, if somebody injured me and to hurt that person, I'm hurting myself more? That's why some people come out from abusive relationships. I'm not an advocate of anybody raising their hands on a man or a woman. So you do that, your husband or wife hits you and you guys separate. And instead of you to move on with your life and you made a mistake, you got with that person, you are still thinking of things that happened.
You're not over it.
You are letting him do it again. You might be sitting down one day, that guy beat me in 2022, and you start crying again. That guy is beating you again. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
That beating is
You've
happening
not moved
again
on.
because you've not left it, you've not let it go. So, and it's not easy for everybody to do the same way. But emotional intelligence will let you that you should just be able to let it go, because if you leave it again, you know you will still cry.
Yes.
So that cry means that somebody beat you at that point. So it could be 2 years after, it could be 3 years after. Why are you replaying it if you can delete it? So negative thoughts hurts the thinker more than we know, and it affects your mental health negatively.
Okay, I'm going to come to you again, but
Okay.
this is going to be a personal question.
All right.
Have you ever had a negative? Have you ever had a negative thought before?
I've had on an occasion when I was a bit younger and I got involved in a brawl of sorts with somebody who's like 10 times me. Not necessarily in size, but size, age, education, exposure, influence, and all.
Okay.
And I felt I was being chanced, so to say.
Okay.
And I was fighting for my right, but he was more than I was.
Wow.
And it lasted. Nobody could help me, nobody could come in, everybody was afraid to step in, and he got away with that. So that was when I was a bit younger, a lot younger, before I got to be a teenager. Then when I was 11 years old, I realized that anytime I think about what happened, I will cry. I will feel that exact pain, what it did to me. I saw the scars on my body. Then at that age, I told myself, if I continue doing this, I am reliving that moment. And I was thinking, my own was thinking how he could just evaporate and die. Yeah, before that time, because that was the only thing that would make me happy. Let him just suffer pain or
And
the
vanish.
something like vanish. But it didn't happen. And I said to myself, I might not even see this guy again in my life at that age. And I realized until then, I've not seen him till today.
Wow.
So I cut that thought, I cut that emotion, I cut it off. And I started replicating it in my life. And it actually helped. Yeah. So when I get to a position where I feel something bad about someone has done something, I don't deny the fact, but I don't dwell on it in my head. I sleep with my head clean. If I have an issue with someone, I would like to talk about it. You know, some people say, let's forget it.
Yeah.
That let's forget it is
It's still
not,
in their
nobody
mind.
is forgetting it. So like, why did you do that thing to him? Let's forget it. No. Why did you do it? I know you have said sorry, but why? Okay, I did it because I felt I will, okay, that thing you did wasn't good, but let's deal with it. Then when I deal with it, it's done. So that helped me keep away the thoughts. Yeah, I'm not saying as a human being, once in a while, you'll find yourself trapped in that
Yeah.
page where you are having negative thought, but consciously tell yourself that you cannot drink poison and expect somebody else to die. If you are drinking poison, you are hurting yourself. And if anybody is going to die, it will
It's
be you.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask this question. I think maybe you've answered it, but I
Okay.
think I'll still ask it again.
Okay.
Um when a negative thought comes to someone, how can someone handle it?
Yeah. So when you first you have to identify it as a negative thought. Some people don't even know when they get negative thought. They just feel that, if you check, man, people, your subscribers also listening, when you are thinking of someone that is not in your exact space, when you're thinking about a situation that didn't happen on that day, when you are reliving a circumstance that that day as I got into his house, he shut the door. He sent me out on the street. Rain was beating me. I was standing under the rain. He did not do anything. He didn't even come and say I should leave the rain. He can't even pass and splash water on me. That's when armed robbers saw me and robbed. You see, you are doing it again.
Yeah.
This man, this thing, it will never be better for you. You look, that your child will die. All those are thoughts. So first of all, identify that you're having a negative thought about someone, and always remember this phrase: you cannot drink poison and another person will die. Deal with the situation. Are you going to forgive them? Are you going to forget it? Or are you going to just let it go? So it won't just be one day. But once you're on your path to recovery and you know that there's nothing from that, it's just going to be just negativity, you will get to let it go eventually.
Yeah, just heal from
Yeah,
it.
just heal from the inside. Know that this thing, go fetch me anything. I will have to let it go, and gradually you will. But first, you have to identify what it is.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Like I'm really learning a lot
Okay.
and I'm trying to digest it properly.
All right.
So this is going to be the last question.
Okay.
The last question will be how does if one is to look at positive thoughts, how can they different how can it look different from positive negative thoughts?
Okay, so from the base, I think it's just the same thing, but it's just the effects are different. A negative thought hurts you first. Positive thought impacts you first. For instance, you see someone who you just see, and you get to an office and they employ the person, and you see that, this is how I was when I was an intern, or when I was this, so, and you knew the problems you went through that nobody helped you in. And you just decide, okay, let me do it for this person. Hey, yeah, look at how they are feeling. They are hungry. They are this. You feel those spaces.
Yeah.
Now, dopamine is an enzyme. It's something that happens to it releases to your brain when you are satisfied. Like when you in the Gen Z now, when they get likes,
Yeah.
they get that satisfactory feeling.
Yes.
So if you get dopamine in your head by helping people, like I like it when I give something to someone, the joy that person expresses gives me a type of joy that I can't buy. So I would like to do that all the time. So maybe where I work, I might not be able to give everybody money. I don't have that kind of money. So the little thing I can give, I have in my office. I give people sweets.
Sweet, yes.
You know that.
Yes.
So like when I give somebody something, I like the feeling.
Yes, you feel this happy.
Yeah.
And whenever you're giving it to us, you're always smiling.
Yes, I'm happy that okay, take this. And so you need to think, and when you think positive thoughts, is what I believe, positive things follow you.
Wow.
When you think positive thoughts, there's an aura that goes out with you.
Yes.
Yeah. You tend to smile more. You tend to
be happy.
Your blood pressure is normal. I'm not kidding. Your blood pressure remains normal. You don't and when something bad happens, you move on. You don't dwell on it, because if you dwell on it, your thoughts are going to be negative.
Yes.
And I want to tell everybody there that you've had a bad experience in life. The moment you stop replaying it, that's the moment you stop it hurting you.
Wow.
So if you are replaying it, that's why if somebody hit you or somebody disappointed you or somebody broke your heart and you cried, ask yourself, why do you cry again after 1 year? Because you are playing it back. Yes. That person is doing it again, but not physically this time, mentally. So you don't give that person that privilege. You give nobody that privilege to hurt you again. So you have left the person. You have left that relationship. Why are you still crying? Because you are holding on to it. Yeah. So the moment you realize that, let me sever myself from this, it is done. He did it. It's gone. I can't let it. So when it comes, you kill it. That will stop you from having any negative. You can even be glowing and see the person. That's your joy, and your good look will be your revenge to that person. Instead of you having no thoughts. You're just living your life well. And they thought you would die, you're not dead. You're even doing better because you have stopped negative thinking. Believe me, if you see someone that has negative thoughts, it shows on their body. It shows on their faces. It shows on their wrinkles. It shows in their countenance. It shows in their blood pressure. So the earlier you realize that you have to let go and cut it loose, the better for you. Preserve yourself.
Wow, that is a beautiful speech.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
All right.
So guys, we've come to the end of today's video. But before we would go, I would like to say thank you to Stretch.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful.
Thank you once more.
Thank you.
Grateful.
And this is growing. You're gonna have more than 1,000 or 2,000
subscribers
very soon.
Amen.
Yeah. Just label it right and sell it in the right places.
Amen.
You're doing a very good job. I love the effort.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Thank you. So guys, do not forget to subscribe. Click on that subscribe button.
Click on it now.
Click on it right now. It's below there. Okay. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you a lot, sir.